Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for the Perth Sevens for the first time ever taking place in Perth, and currently a match taking place in the same pool as New Zealand and Samoa. The French about to beat New Zealand, which opens up the door wide open for any of these sides here, Fiji or Samoa, to go far in the competition. Looking through at the starting lineup. First of all, for the Fijians, it is Josefa Talatholo, Filippo Bukearo, Jeremiah Matana, Viwa Nadovalo, Kiminelli Rasaku, Waisia Natungu, and Joshua Vikunarabili, a man who has recently returned to the Sevens circuit for Fiji. Then for Samoa, it is Malani Matavao, another man that has recently returned. Malakisi Masifao, Vawasa Afasua, Motu Opitai, Liza Pita Alofipo, Taununu Levaia, and also Paul Scanlon. Now, he missed the last leg due to an injury, but he is back now and rearing to go. We have got in the chat, Antonio is going for Manu Samoa. Our boys not doing so well. At least our girls one says no, but yeah, the men's side struggling big time, and they will not be receiving a bonus point in the grouping with France, which does mean, like I said, the door is wide open for Samoa and Fiji. Even if you are defeated in this game, if you can make it close, keep yourself within that losing bonus point amount of less than 7, then could be very handy. But New Zealand don't look like they've given up just yet. This game between Samoa and Fiji, only about 20 seconds away, probably 2 minutes in fact, I should say. But in Perth, about 25 degrees Celsius currently the players are working with. Fiji, their last leg in Cape Town, they were able to finish third. Samoa did finish a lot lower down in the groupings, even though they were the defending champions of Cape Town. They had a few big players missing. They still do. No Va'a Pilo Maleko for this leg of the Sevens, who is a massively influential player with how they do go. But Robert has got Hi All and Hamish and there as well. But I hope you guys are all excited for this Sevens. We've still got a couple more Sevens live streams taking place a little bit later on tonight, one of which being Samoa versus New Zealand, the other Fiji versus France. The Kiwi Lads, Hamish 2024 says, repeat, welcome in, mate. Our first Sevens leg of the 2024 part of the season. New Zealand have scored a last-minute try, so that will help their bonus point, or not their bonus point, but their points differential as it currently sits. But yeah, not the performance that New Zealand were after in Perth. Definitely not up against France, who some would say were the easier side in the group, although that can also be argued, of course, having a close game with Fiji in the quarterfinals of Cape Town. In the end, the Fijians winning that game 29 points to 24. And now we're not too far away from the start of the Pacific Island clash. Do let me know your score predictions in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. The key players for these two sides. I think that Josefa Talatholo for the Fijians will be so important. Viwa Nadovalo, it's great to see him starting to get some starting minutes rather than coming off the bench. But I want to see that impact that Milani Matavao can have for the Samoans, seeing as he was away for quite some time. He took part in the Rugby Union World Cup for Manu Samoa. Now one man heading out onto the field, that being Jeremiah Matana, getting to celebrate his, it's actually Civil Mothunothangi, the man who has led the team out, 33 years of age, and this is his 50th tournament. His debut was in 2016 in Dubai. The starting lineup, so looking extremely strong for both of these teams, looking to play it with pace early. And it will be very interesting to see who does get themselves their first try of this contest. But Vikunarabili is the captain of the Fijians, just coming back into their side, so taking over the captaincy from Josefa Talatholo, who did have it while he was away. I don't think it will take too long for the first try of this contest to be scored. I think we'll end up seeing one of these two sides strike nice and early and try and continue building that momentum. Now, Samoa do not often win in games up against Fiji, but they have been extremely close the last few times that they have tried. With a couple little changes here of Scanlon back and Malani Matavao there as well. Perhaps this could be the closest they have been in quite some time. But it looks like Samoa and Fiji both have supporters in the stands for the Perth Sevens. Like I mentioned, the first time ever that they are taking the Sevens to Perth. This game taking place from HBF Park. But it is Waisia Natungu who will be kicking off this one evening to the Kiwi lads. I go Fiji here, Hammy, says Spider Mech. And there as well, but it is kicked off by the Fijians, nice and high into the sun for the Samoans to be able to take. But Marakisi Masifau has done well underneath that one. Now Paul Scanlon firing it across the Vauwasa Afasua, moving it out wide to Taunu Nauli Vai, who uses his power very well in the other games that we have seen him in action. Good tackle made there by Kiminelli Rasaku. Now back across to the left-hand side again for Samoa. Fiji yet to touch the ball other than the kickoff. Now Malakisi Masifau. Some quick stepping coming from him. Passing across to Motu Opitai. The moment the Samoans retreating, but here comes Matavau. Manages to get one big fend off and get the Samoans on the front foot, and they will win the penalty. Now Alafipo takes it quickly. Fiji having a backtrack, but nice low tackle made by Viwa Nadovalo. Now off to the right-hand side here for the Samoans. Almost a handling error from Paul Scanlon, but manages to regather. Now step from Motu Opitai. Little bit of a slip. Here comes Malani Matavau. Sells the dummy. Finds his offload away. Once again to Alofipo. This Fijian defence not breaking at this stage of the contest. 1 minute in. No one wanting to be the side that concede. That ball has gone down, but it will be the knock-on from the Fijians. And now Samoa have got themselves the scrum. Now currently the scoreboard has not been updating itself. Hopefully that will change in the very near future. I think it hasn't realised that the game has started, but we certainly have. It is a quick start for this match. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got a scoreboard just as of yet, but currently the good news is only 0-0. Samoa have won just 2 of the 10 total games this season. 5 of their losses have been by 7 points or less, so they know how to keep a game close, Samoa, but they have unfortunately suffered when it's come to those close games. Paul Scanlon passes it off out wide. Here comes Malakisi Masifau. Brilliant tackle made by Viwa Nodovalo. And it's called as a penalty. He was just short of the try line. Quick tap taken now by Samoa, and Filippo Bukearo gets it off to Joshua Vakurabili, who is back in for the Fijians. 15 metres out from their line. They will now be the side that received the penalty. Viwa Nodovalo puts it to the boot. And he is going to be winning this foot race, but the bounce is not favourable. It sits up now for Samoa to be able to have another opportunity. Alafipo with the brilliant offload to Nauli Vaya. Tries to step through. Filippo Bukearo got the offload over the top, and it goes into touch. Went over the head of Matavao, through the legs almost of Paul Scanlon out on the wing. But 3 minutes into this contest, and currently neither side have been able to get that breakthrough. It just ended up going wide. Well, we will go like this. And like that, there we go. And now slapping that one to their own side here. Fiji retain. Waisia Natungu look for the offload. Does find open space, and the ball is loose. Nadovalo able to regather it. Now finds his offload to the left-hand side. Vakundra Billy gets another one away. Kiminelli Rasaku breaks one tackle. Gets through Matavao. Almost manages to get through Paul Scanlon, who had to tackle him up round the chest. And fish and chips in the chili bin, says the house there. 3.5 minutes gone already, a quarter of the way through this fixture. Ball is lost. Now Vauwasa Apasua couldn't quite get his offload away if he had. Could have been extremely dangerous there. And Samoa could have found themselves over the try line for the first time in this contest. But Fiji's defence so far has been absolutely phenomenal. Fiji have topped their pool in each of the past 4 Sevens tournaments in Australia. And to be honest, if they top this group, they would definitely earn that spot in the quarterfinals, because when you look at who is there, you know, you've got Samoa, you've got New Zealand and France, who just really took it to New Zealand in their contest. They've had their longest drought of titles since 2005, 16 straight legs that the Fijians haven't been able to win. Is this one the one that they can turn it around? Kiminelli Rasaku, tackle by Alafipo, but got the offload away to Viwa Nadovalo. Now it's a foot race, and Malani Matavao, he will not catch Viwa Nadovalo, who scores the first try of the match for the Fijians. It has been all Samoa's attack, but one move for Fiji. One offload. And they score themselves the try. Another Valo drawing the cross on the ground. Got used to seeing that in 2022-2023 season, pretty much tuning into commentary. Having watched Sevens on TV all my life, welcome back here to listen this time. Says Sammy Souza, it is greatly appreciated you being here, mate. Of course, we have got the Sevens all throughout the weekend. The next game that we are covering on the channel is actually New Zealand versus Samoa. That will be taking place at, I believe it's 12:05 New Zealand time is when we are starting. 3 minutes build up, then straight into the action. It's Friday night, says the house. It certainly is, and Fiji says right. And also we have got there go Fiji, says Robert, but the kick is successful, making the score now 7 points to 0 in favour of Fiji, with just 90 seconds remaining on the clock now. What we will quickly do, ladies and gents, is we will go like this and like this. There we go. And now nicely taken by Milani Matavao. Got the offload away to Valvasa Apasua. Knock-on advantage in favour of the Samoans here. Nice driving from Alofipo to make those few extra metres for Samoa. Skip pass goes out wide. I believe the penalty, or in fact the knock-on advantage, is over. Nuulivaya tackled on the halfway line by Kiminelli Rasaku. Samoa, they've got numbers on this left-hand side, and they do go with a skip pass out wide to Motu Opitai, who's driven towards the touchline by Natongu, but brilliant offloading from Samoa to keep the ball alive, and now Valvasa Afasua will score the try here, the captain for the Samoans, and they are now back in the contest. I believe we're going to be tied at halftime in this fixture. Like I've said, just winning the contact there, managing to get the offloads away in important periods, which is exactly what they needed to do. But Valvasa Afasua doing well, scoring for Samoa, making it a nice easy kick, which is a massive bonus for Manu Samoa here. And come on, Fiji, says Jabez, but that kick has gone over, and that is now half-time, 7 points apiece. We talked about the fact that Samoa, they had so many close games over recent times. 5 of their losses have been sustained by less than 7 points. But is this one that they can turn around, get themselves a big win? Like I said, the door is wide open in Pool C. With New Zealand losing that first game, anyone can go through. And go Samoa, says Mu. And there as well, never doubt the Fijian, says Jabez, exactly right. Normally they are a second half side. Sometimes they start extremely quickly, but other times we do see them normally come back in the last couple minutes, score 2 or 3 quick tries. And to be honest, the best way of describing it is anytime Fiji look down and out, they aren't. They still have something up their sleeve. I think we're going to find that out here in the second 7 minutes. But these games absolutely fly by, ladies and gents. Like I said, the next game that we are covering is in about 4 hours' time. That will be between New Zealand and Samoa, followed by Fiji versus France. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But also, if you are enjoying the commentary and you do like a little bit of cricket, there might be a couple of you who don't mind it. We are actually currently live doing the Australia versus West Indies test match at the same time. And while we've been doing that test cricket, we've also been keeping you guys updated with what the scores are in the Sevens fixtures as they happen throughout the day. But currently they are just showing the Kiwi burger from McDonald's, trying to make us hungry. I think both of these sides will be very peckish to get themselves a few tries in the second 7 minutes and really cement a victory here. Losing bonus point could be on the cards though. I've got there 7 minutes. Make or break. Fiji, depending on whether they'll show up to play, that is, says Simi Souza. And go Samoa, says Panati. And yeah, good first half for Samoa. They did have more of the possession. Fiji did manage to get that one big line break, though, that did lead to the try. And a long kickoff knocked on by Samoa. Josefa Talatholo slots it back to Waisia Natungu, and they will go back for the original scrum. I got both on. Says Robert, and go Fiji, says Fijian. And at the chat as well. Of course, anytime we have a scrum, that will use up a little bit more time on the clock. I should mention the first game for both of these sides in their Perth Sevens. Still one more game tonight. Then Then they've got their early game tomorrow, and then they are into the action once more when they do go head-to-head with, in New Zealand's case, it's Fiji, and for Samoa's case, it's France on Saturday. Now, Kimaneli Rasaku is lurking out wide, and he now has knocked on that ball. Real mistake from him. We're not used to seeing those type of errors from him. Fiji, now we are going back for the original knock-on, which was from Fiji, so Samoa have got themselves the scrum feed, only about 20 metres out from Fiji's line. This is the perfect opportunity to create a counter-attack and try and take the lead for the first time in this contest. Brian Lima, the chiropractor, watching on. Shouting from the sidelines. They have got all the men set up on this left-hand side for the Samoans. First receiver Scanlon, then Alofipo, and then out wide Masifau. Are they going to use him? They try the skip pass. It doesn't work out, and it actually goes straight into the hands of Fiji. It was an original 4 pass from Samoa, which does mean that Fiji will now have the scrum, but yeah, an unforced error there from the Fijians, something that from the Samoans, something that they can't afford to have in such a tight game. Little decisions like that can definitely change the outcome of this fixture. Still 5 minutes remaining between these two sides. Samoa have only scored 11 tries in each of the first two Sevens tournaments. They averaged 20.2 last season, so less by miles, almost half as many tries for Samoa. You wonder whether or not that is because they haven't got Va'a Pelomiliko, Tuna Tuitama. I still don't know what happened to that man, but he is not there for the Samoans anymore. And it's really showing because they do struggle to score as many tries as they did when they had those two individuals. Big run forward here from Sevu Mothunofangi. Gets the ball out wide. Here comes Josefa Talatholo. Good aggressive run, but he's knocked the ball on. Now chance here for Samoa. Big hit from Mothunofangi. They'll go back for the Samoan penalty here again. Quick tap taken. Wide pass from Alofipo. A little bit scrappy from both of these sides, but you know the physicality is always going to be there when they play each other. Nice spin from Paul Scanlon. Finds the offload to Malani Matavau, who has to slap that ball back, but it's cleaned up now by Fiji. Tackle without the ball. Possibly the chance of the penalty against the Samoans, but the referee says play on, and the ball goes into touch. Fiji's line out now. They will only be around 20 metres out from the try line. Filippo Bukiaro, one of the most important line-out throws here for Fiji in the contest. I believe we won't be too far away from subs being made. I think I just saw in the background that Ulivaya was about to make his way off the field, is he? Or are they leaving him on there? I think they've decided to leave him out there for a little bit longer. Litufia, I believe, has made his way onto the field, though, for Samoa. Now Bukiaro throws it in. Not the straightest throw, but it is straight enough, says the referee. Loose ball for Fiji, missing the skip pass. Big shot coming in. One of the younger players, and the penalty does go to Fiji. So they will take this one quickly with Tereo Vailawa, a man who wasn't in the starting lineup, but he will certainly have an impact now that he is out there. Stepping from Patitaringa. 22 metres out for Fiji with 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Now firing this one out to the right-hand side. Tereo Vailawa, already the impact. And he has scored the try. Tereo Tamani gets it again for Fiji. You just cannot stop that man from scoring tries. That is his 7th of the 2024 Sevens League, or the Sevens Circuit, and it's only the 3rd leg. That tells you how strong he is, but Tereo Tamani, once again, the X factor that the Fijians needed. Sells the dummy. Masifau sent the wrong way, and the Ulivai just shunted off. The power is underrated for Veilawa as well. Fijian fans in attendance absolutely love that one. Now, 14 points to 7 with this kick going over with only 2 minutes 20 remaining. Can they do enough here to get back into the contest, Samoa? And if not, can they at least stay within the 7 points That is the main thing. My prediction for the score in this game was 26 points to 14 in favour of Fiji. Now, with only 2 minutes remaining, I doubt we will get to that point in this contest. Nicely taken by Paul Scanlon, who now takes off, but he didn't see Josefa Talafolo lining him up on the short side. And sometimes it's the shots that you don't see that hurt the most. Now, Olivia, big fin, but he's driven towards the touchline by some brilliant defence by Fiji. And that has been something that we have credited them with a lot throughout this contest. Beautiful little flick offload there from Samoa from deep inside of their own 22. Referee has to dodge that challenge. BJ Lima hanging on to it, and that was joining the breakdown from the wrong side. Samoa easily could have been penalised there, but the referee does allow them to play on, and they are now deep inside of their 22 still. Although Paul Scanlon manages to walk their way out of the 22, and the penalty does go their way. We have got there La Samoa says Pete, and also go Fiji, says Fijian. Now passing out to the right-hand side. Tosofiti Toso says some run inside ball going nicely to Letufia. It's going to be taken down on the halfway line for Manu Samoa. Good work there. Almost the turnover for Filippo Bocayaro, but there's going to be another penalty against the Fijians. Now, I should mention, if these two sides are drawn at the end of the 14 minutes, we will go to extra time. No foul play, play on, says the referee after a big shot came in. And the little knock on the ground from Malakisi Masifau means that now Fiji can almost close out this game without any more challenges from the Samoans. Still 25 minutes remaining, 25 seconds remaining. A little bit less than 25 minutes, but just a little knock on the ground from Malakisi Masifau. Meant that he wasn't able to get that ball out, wasn't able to recycle it easily. Disciplined Fiji. They are just showing the Fijian women's side. Fijiana, they did very well in their first contest, beating Brazil in the opening game of the Perth Sevens. Chalo Fiji, you got this, says Simran, but that ball will be kicked dead by the Fijians, and they will take out this contest 14 points to 7. So they will receive the full points available. Samoa, they will get the losing bonus point. Now, of course, that is not ideal because they wanted the win, but that will still get them 1 point further ahead than where New Zealand currently sit in the Perth Sevens. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this live stream, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Like I mentioned, next live stream that we have got for this contest is, or these two sides, it's going to be at 12:05 a.m. New Zealand time. That is New Zealand versus Samoa, and then Fiji versus France following straight after. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Be sure to check those streams out. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And we are now going back over to the cricket between the West Indies and Australia, so perhaps we will even see some of you there as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.